If you got your count key and you type it into your count key, that's principal times 2. 50 becomes 100. And the calculator shows you the number.
Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
Cryptoslo, crypto gains. What's going on, guys? A Sunday update video on the market and what's going on. So Bitcoin sitting at 29,419, ETH sitting at 1910. Honestly, both these are holding up pretty darn well. BNB coming in at 323. So overall, I'm really surprised that ETH is holding up as well as it has. Gas continues to pound everybody, and there's really not much to do about it. The title of today's video, Xen wrecked. Oh my gosh, I'm so wrecked in Xen. Now, let me just tell you what's going on here. Xen is a long-term project. Let me repeat, long-term. There will be pumps and there will be many cycles, many cycles, many price cycles. So you can't, again, the people that follow me know my strategy, and that is accumulation. If you're buying this, you're just asking to get wrecked, okay? You mint, period. You mint. And if you don't have ladders set up and you need to get into a project, you get into the project with no expectation of profits. I talked about this. A lot of these side projects, the tokenomics are very simplistic. Okay, they're very simplistic. I discussed DXN, and I said basically not hating on the project, I just not impressed with the tokenomics. I told you that the people that got in early basically just crushed everybody that got in late, and you're just the exit liquidity. Pretty much across the board, all the DXNs have crashed. The Xen price has crashed. But again, I'm not FUD Xen. I love Xen, and I'm going to keep minting my Xen. You have to have your eye on the prize. Basically, what's happening now is the people that laddered NFTs are catching up with the coin tools people. So the coin tools people had access to all that liquidity and that nice pump, and they were just dumping on everyone's head. And like I said, that's just short term. I'm still bullish on Xen Doge because from a meme coin perspective, it's a fair launch, especially with the price of Xen being depressed. Now, do I think you're going to flip a quick buck on Xen Doge? Who knows? I think long term, it's gold. It's gold. It's the next Pepe. Okay? And on that note, those Pepe people, they just going bananas. Pepe at 7512. People trading their house in for Pepe. Personally, I have a very small bag I bought in the 2s, and I'm not gonna be able to retire off of it, but it is what it is. So back to Xen. Of course, with Xen capitulating, people going for that money grab, you're going to see undercutting on these Xen NFTs. Now, this is where this week's alpha is that with the Xen price, doing its down cycle, these NFTs are going to go on sale again, and I think DCAing anything under 0.5 is pretty solid. I think you'll most probably see a range between 3.7 to 0.5, and with this gas, gas is just stupid. It just has not stopped past 70 quid. It's you're not going to be able to mint these, and basically anyone giving away a Centurion at a low price, it's a no-brainer in my opinion. And again, I have no expectation of profit anytime soon on Xen. It's just you have to keep your eye on the price. You have to do what everyone else is not doing, and everyone's trying to flip it for a quick buck. So there's not much to be said about that. So as far as the price goes, I would not be surprised. We could floor back down and add a 0. It's very possible that this will go back down to the floor. I think this was a pretty solid floor. And, I think one big lesson learned from this is from a long-term perspective, let's say you have some ladders coming due, it is smart to hodl on to a small percentage bag of Xen, because ultimately it will have another pump cycle, okay? And if you have that loose bag, you have like $1 billion just chilling, it's not even about really a trade, it's a longer term horizon. You could definitely make a quick buck. So I definitely think if we drop anywhere on this floor, getting a little swing bag is not a bad idea. But when I say swing bag, I'm talking 1 to 5% of your portfolio that is invested in Xen. Again, 95% and higher of my focus is minting the NFTs. So I have started unwinding a few, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, that's Xen. Moving over to Elephant, still continuing to climb, still continuing to build that 46,000 BNB. 46,000. That's insanity. That's insanity. Elephant is going to be a top 3 holder of BNB. Just wait. Just give it time. It's continuing to march its way up, and I'm continuing to DCA. I have been taking small bags, and basically, if you go over to Elephant.Money, you click on Elephant, and you use buy with Bertha, you can get a discount on the RFI fee. Okay, but the trick is when you make the TX, that you do it with lower GUI. So you want to shoot for like 1.4 to 1.6, and then you can get it for like $6. So not bad. Buy with Bertha. Like I said, I've been bringing home profits to the Elephant system and just continuing to build my bag, because I had some bills to pay. I don't know, it was like 6 or 8 months ago, and I had trimmed a little off my bag. So I was trying to build it back up to that solid trilly, and I'm getting close. I think I have about 871 billion, 120K. So yeah, I mean, a trilly is probably worth 130. Let's see, 10%. Yeah, probably about 130, 140. So I'm trying to get this up before we go parabolic to a solid trilly. Just, it is what it is. So futures trucking along. I was gonna hold off on the update, but it is what it is. Account sitting at 93,212. On my way to that 100K, baby. That's a 2x. If you got your calculator, if you got your calci and you type it into your calci, that's principal times 2. 50 becomes 100, and the calculator shows you the number. So, anyways, and I'm just going to continue to compound this and DCA it and work my way. Like I said, I'd like to turn this 50 into like 250, 300, and then I start taking some yield. I'm still preparing myself just in case this macro dumps, because if Bitcoin goes down, we know what happens. Everything goes down, and there's not much you can do about it. So, scores, this is really hilarious. So if you've been following the scores, so scores, it's frustrating a lot of people. It's turned into Twitter mining. So literally mining on Twitter, okay? So if you go over and check out OnChainScores, let's see here, you'll see they kind of have like a little Pac-Man. So the second phase of scores is this speed boosters, okay? So you can see the Twitter mining Twitter. So you had your points, which the supply is set. I think it's 136K. And I did DCA my points. I have about 3,000 or 4,000. And you're going to boost those together with these speed tokens. And we're going to see where this goes, because, they're dropping little hints of alpha about, pay attention while others aren't. And really, on-chains is definitely different, because it is mining your attention, and you have to mine it on Twitter by repeating. And these tweets drop every hour, and you post your, you do your retweet and then make your comment, and then you get some of these MPT tokens. So yeah, that is OnChainScores. So we're still waiting. Haven't seen the game yet. I have sent messages to the dev just to see what's going on, and they're very mysterious to this point. But I'm excited for the game to launch, and we'll see what it does. My DXN was a train wreck. So I stopped burning my DXN, and I was just kind of chilling on it. Let's see here. Let me switch to that one. Okay, my DXN, I was sitting at like, it's so screwy, man. I hate these UIs. So I almost have one AVAX. It's like nothing. It's like nothing. So like I said, I just wasn't a fan of these tokenomics, and I used most of it. I did buy some AZEN, and then I just used some of my ladders. But again, the only way you're going to break even on this is for the DXN token to moon. And so far, let's see here. I think I have a dashboard on it. 1761. So the DXN price had totally crashed. It was down to 19 cents or something stupid. Yeah, 19 cents. Yeah, so 0.68. So it's a loss of $1,500. So like I said, this was just more about a proof of tokenomics that this does not work. DXN does not work. Now, long term, I think it will be P3D-ish, and that's why I'm not going to sell my tokens. Because if these tokens do moon, it wouldn't take much for me to be able to escape this. But anyone showing you divs on DXN, and this is not FUD, this is just factual tokenomics. Anyone showing you divs on DXN got in early, and they got a really good position. And they just simply have that exponential position on you, and you're their exit liquidity. Now, that's short term. Long term, this could cycle back up, but the whales have pretty much just killed this project because they're recycling their DXN, selling it, dumping it on you. And again, it's not FUD, it's just fact. I mean, that's how the tokenomics, it's kind of zero sum from the sense of the people that got in early. So my DXN, I'm glad I did not test this on ETH, because like I said, and I was correct, I probably would have ended up spending 10, 20, 30K, and I would be totally upside down. Now again, I'm just going to let my coins chill. I don't really have a reason to sell them. I'm not going to sell for a loss. I'll just let those sit and continue to collect my 50 cents or whatever that I'm making a day, and maybe this will moon someday. But I'm likely not to put any more economic energy into this unless I see the lobbies really just the participants dropping off. Then I would probably jump in with some of my free laddered stuff and just try to capture a big bag, double my bag. So at this point, I definitely would not buy AVAX Xen to burn on this. I would just use ladders. So, but yeah, again, it is what it is. That's why I am excited about Xen Doge, because I'm definitely getting in, and I'm getting in on the first day. Now, there could be gas wars, right? It's very possible there's going to be gas wars, and you may miss that first mining bonus. But I do think at a minimum you should be able to get into the second tier. So the current bonus is 15. Now, just an update on that. I was incorrect. If you burn 1,000 Xen, you get 1 Xen Doge. And let's say you got the 1,500% bonus, it would be 15, not 1,500. Had a couple of people correct me on my math. So if you burn 1,000, you're in the bonus tier, you get 16 Xen Doge. So, and from a flip side, I actually think it's advantageous to Xen Doge that the Xen price is low when this launches. Because think about it, if Xen would have been really high and then Xen Doge launched, it's basically you're driving the price of the Xen Doge from the Xen, right? So you would be minting your Xen Doge at the top. I would rather Xen floor out and and then you get it on the cheap. But I do believe this will be the Web3, could be the Web3 Pepe. Long term, again, I have zero expectation. If I'm minting Xen Doge, I have zero expectation of profit. It's just an experiment. You don't know the participation levels, and it is what it is. But I'm definitely first mover advantage, baby. Getting in on those bonus tiers, if you're going to get in immediately, that's a smart thing to do. If that is, now keep in mind it is a meme coin, and it could just, it could be flat for a while, but that is to be expected. Now, I was in the Telegram, and then they're like, it's first principles, it needs to be on every chain. I disagree with that. I mean, you have to be careful with this first principles stuff, because number one, I've been in a lot of projects, and I know this would be controversial, but sometimes software needs updated, otherwise the community will be wrecked. So decentralizing aspects of a complex DeFi, and it also depends on how complex it is. If it's a simplistic, yeah, make it immutable. If it's complex, you might want to hold on to the keys just in case, because otherwise the project's dead in the water. Now, something like this, it's so simplistic, definitely should be first principles and be, But on that note, I think it dilutes attention if you mint it on every chain. And I know people are going to disagree with me, but I think you want a focused concentration on this, and that it is only on one chain and on ETH. And I would have loved to see it be RFI. I'm not really sure. That would have been dope, because then you'd be getting more Xen Doge, but they're not designing it that way. Which it takes them 2 weeks to mint a basic ERC20. So I'm just like, okay, I could make an ERC20 in 5 minutes with a token generator. So, but I understand they have to integrate it with the burn contract and stuff. So there is some more complexity to it. But that's Xen Doge. So hope you're doing well out there. Stay safe as always. Like, subscribe. This is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.